How can I get paid to take care of a family member, a elderly family member in 2025? So look, if that's all you want to know, stick around and I'm gonna tell you everything. All right. So what's up? Make sure you sharing this message, this good thing we got going on here. It's a good topic. A lot of people ask me about it all the time. All right. If you don't know who I am, my name is Kion Church. A lot of people call me Mr. KC. They say it sounds a lot easier. I don't know how it sound to you. However it sound to you, you can call me whatever. That's what it is. So, all right. Trying to get to this message. I had a couple people that had asked me this topic, and I really wanted to here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry for the audio in the background. Yeah, so I really wanted to get at this topic today. 2025 is almost Thanksgiving. The holidays coming around. You know what I mean? If you don't know, I am the administrator of Reliable Aid Inc. What we do, we help financially challenged family members to become paid caregivers through the Medicaid long-term health care program. And really, we do that so nobody shouldn't have to go broke. You know what I mean? If you living with somebody else, if you looking out for somebody else, you know what I mean? You should be able to make some money. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what we all about, man. We all about helping people, man. You know what I mean? And it's Thanksgiving, man. So if nothing else, let's thank them pockets, man. Let's put that reward where it need to be. All right. So look, man, we're going. I know my Facebook community is weak, you know what I'm saying? But YouTube, I know y'all love me, you know what I'm saying? So I know y'all be wanting the good info, and then y'all just be listening to me talk. So I'm gonna try to get straight at it, you know what I'm saying? Because I was one of them people, I was just like you, man. I had to move out. I had to move home. I ain't even gonna say out. I had to move back home in order to take care of my two aging parents, you know what I mean? And I had a daughter who lived at the house at the same time. So, you know, this was like a big thing for me. Like, how do you get paid to do this? Because like I'm sacrificing my whole life to come back and help out, but at the same time I'm cracked. Yo, shout out to my administrative assistant, my tech lady. She be doing her thing, man. I don't know if y'all just saw the Thanksgiving stuff. Throw that back up there, Miss Ludi. We like that. They said they like that. Put that back up. That was cool. Yeah, she be doing her thing in the background. Y'all don't even know. Shout out to Miss Sarita. She on the couch, knocked out. Pop looking at her. Word up. So look, just to get straight to it, man. The only thing that I've seen in the 50 states, you know what I mean? I ain't been everywhere, but I've been a lot of places, you know what I mean? And the only thing that I've seen to help people get paid is Medicaid, you know what I mean? And once you in Medicaid, the client or the Medicaid recipient needs to be in the long-term health care program. Sometimes they may call it LTSS program. Now I'm sure it's a million ways to get paid. You know what I'm saying? All I know is the number one way to get paid, because that's how we pay the family members. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to just come out my pocket and pay everybody, but you know what I mean? Medicaid gotta pay me, and then I'm gonna pay you. You know what I mean? But that's how it's done. You know what I'm saying? Now that's kind of like, I don't know, really loosely packed information, because you know, like they say, it's simple, but it ain't easy. You know what I mean? And number one thing you need to do is, as you trying to maybe get into the program, if you trying to get into the program, or if you in the program, what you need to do is you need to reach out to a person like me. If you in Delaware, you can call me 302-689-3240, 302-689-3240. Call me, and I'm gonna set you straight. You know what I'm saying? Now, why would you call a guy like me? I'm the administrator at the in-home healthcare agency. So you're gonna need a dude like me to walk you through. Like, I walk people into the program, not even in. Yo, shout out to my peoples around the corner too. She ain't around the corner no more. But I know I'm supposed to call and find out about your grandmom today. They was on holiday time on Friday. I kept calling around there, and I don't know. You know how it be. They don't be answering the phone. But see, that's why you need a guy like me, because you may not even know the number to call to find out the person's LTSS status. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But if you don't, guess who do? You know what I mean? If you in Delaware, I'll take care of you. You know what I'm saying? 302-689-3240, 302-689-3240. Because, you know, that's what I do. You feel me? Now, if you in one of these other states, you know what I'm saying? It's like 50 of them. This is only one of them. I don't really know, you know, if the terms and stuff are the same. Usually they are, but I don't really know. I can't guarantee it. But guess what? It's all the same in this Medicaid. They might call it something a little different in Arizona. I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But either way, it is what it is. Look, if you just coming in now, you know, hashtag live. If you here with me live, hashtag live. If you here with me in the rebroadcast, hashtag rebroadcast. Yo, I love my rebroadcast people, because I know y'all getting this this message. If you with me, man, make sure you subscribe on Facebook. You might got to hit them 3 dots. You know what I'm saying? Say, look, let me know when KC going live, because we need this good info. If you on YouTube, y'all already know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that thing, subscribe, do what you got to do, but you want to be here when I go live. And I'm gonna start going live with y'all every day, because y'all be asking me questions every day. So, you know what I mean? My question box is getting full. So I'm gonna start getting on here. You know what I mean? A couple of days of the week, I'm gonna have our Spanish liaison, you know what I mean, Miss Atry with us. You know, she's we got Spanish going on now. You know what I'm saying? We on Delaware Avenue. We on Pennsylvania Avenue. We not on Delaware Avenue. You know what I'm saying? We don't sell cars. You know what I'm saying? We on Pennsylvania Avenue, 1401 Pennsylvania Avenue to be exact. We in the crown jewel of the neighborhood. That's what they call the building that we in. You know what I'm saying? Because the building that we in is like the tallest. I think it's the tallest building in the neighborhood. Pretty good neighborhood. I'm gonna let y'all Google that. You know what I mean? If you know where we at, man, put it in the comments, man. Let me know if we live. You know, hashtag live. If we on a rebroadcast, let me know rebroadcast. Where you at with this joint? So, like I said, the only program that I really know, especially in the state of Delaware, is Medicaid long-term health care program. Now, once you get into the program, now this is let me back it up. Let me back it up. If you're not in the program and you're in Medicaid, this is where you need to be, because it's a lot of people that got Medicaid and they like, Casey, how do I get a paid caregiver? Like my son or my daughter is taking care of me. You know what I mean? They coming over every day after work. You know what I mean? I know my pop used to hit me all the time, like, yo, man, you need to bring me a cheesesteak. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, pop, you know, we kind of busy right now. He ain't care about that. You know what I'm saying? Look, I want the cheesesteak. Make sure you get it from 3Ds. I want the cheesesteak I want the large cheesesteak with the, what he used to get? Ketchup, mustard, no, ketchup, fried onions, and pickles. Look, had that. You know what I mean? So if you doing all that after work, you know what I mean, or running around and you doing that during the day and you can't get to work, you need to get paid. The only way I know how to do it is through Medicaid. So if your parent or your loved one is in Medicaid, all we got to do is get them into the long-term program. At that time, they'll be issued a case manager. Case manager gonna help us out, you know what I mean, doing everything. That's the person who really you know, dots the I's for us, because they're gonna put everything together. They're gonna give you the hours. You know, let's say your daughter's coming over, I don't know, she might be coming over 20 hours a week, you know what I mean? But it's really a full-time thing, because you got her coming over, you got your son coming over, you know what I mean? You may got your husband helping you out, you know what I'm saying? Your wife, whoever that may be, you know, and everybody's really doing the job. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk Medicaid into giving you some paid hours so we can get you a paid caregiver. You know what I'm saying? Now, the number one way I know how to get people to stick around is to pay them. It's really hard to get people to stick around if you ain't paying them, man. They're gonna have to love you. You know what I'm saying? Either they love you or you paying them. You know what I mean? They might love you because you paying them. I don't know. You know what I mean? Your family might be like mine. I don't know. But check this out. All you gotta do is put some money in their pocket and they're gonna stick around. Now, once we get you into the program, You know what I'm saying? We get you, you in Medicaid, we get you into the program, or if you're not in Medicaid, I've helped some people actually come on over from, other insurances and then, get into the Medicaid program. Cousin Kelly, what's going on? Cousin Kelly in the building. Look, if you here with us on the live, hashtag live, let me know who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you here with us in a rebroadcast, hashtag rebroadcast. You know what I'm saying? Also, like, subscribe, do what you got to do so every time I'm on, we be together. You know what I'm saying? So, all we got to do is get them into the program. You know what I'm saying? I know your peoples ain't here for the money, but guess what? If the money ain't coming, man, it's going to be hard for the people to be here for you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying everybody only going to do this for money, but to guarantee you get the best care that you can get, we're going to put a paycheck in their pocket, really. And that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I put paychecks in people's pockets. Because if you was like me, man, I was doing this thing for free. And really, check this out. I'm still doing it for free. And I had to hire help because I couldn't do it by myself. And I'm doing it for free, man. Golly, phew. But guess what? If I don't get some blessings out of this, man, ain't nothing going to work. You feel me? So listen, if you want to get a blessing or you need to bless somebody with a paycheck or get blessed with a paycheck, hashtag paycheck. You know what I'm saying? If you like to get paid and you feel like I should be getting paid because this is what I'm doing, hashtag paycheck, man. Let's get it popping. I don't know. Do it look like my jersey is backwards? Is the words backwards? Or can y'all see them? Is that me? Do it look backwards to you? Miss Ludia, what you think? It looked backwards to me, right? The whole background. We got to check that out. I don't know though. This might be the $1 million video because this might be the fish in the ocean that's just that's backwards. I don't know. That's backwards. What we got to do about that? I don't know. Maybe that's a technical difficulty. We got to fix that, y'all. But look, we here in real time, man. We're going to go live with you every day, man. I think I'm going to pull this live thing back out the bag, man. I really like this, And people be asking me a bunch of questions, man. So, I mean, put it in the comment like my boy 050 saying, let's get to it. All right. So look, first question. I'm going to answer a couple questions and I got to get out of here. I'm on here live. So if you got a question, now's the time. All right. All right. Say it looks good. Maybe it just looks like that on my computer. You know what? When I look on the phone, it do look good. But when I look on a computer, it looks backwards. I don't know. It could be me. Could be me. I don't know. But it do look good. It do look good. All right. So Miss Ludia said I'm going crazy. So just don't even worry about the last couple minutes. If you still with me, you my favorite. So, you know what I mean? We here to do this thing. So, okay. The first question I got. The caseworker... Hold on a second. My adult son has Medicaid and Medicare. He gets SSI. I am his paid caregiver. I'm exempt through difficulty of care. I'm on CDS program. I get 40 a pay period. I'm guessing that's the hours. I thought my son would automatically qualify for the Star Plus waiver. My favorite person just now texting me the RCs. They're gonna get me beat up, y'all, because we got to pay the caregivers. We got to pay Pop's caregivers. You know what I mean? They get paid a day late, but they just now gave me the thing. So if y'all see me on here tomorrow and I got a black eye, that's because I had to pay the people late. But my daughter didn't give me the info. So just to throw that out there, all right? That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I'm just reading these text messages because they know we on the live. But listen. I thought my son would automatically qualify for the Star Plus waiver. They denied him. Thing is, nobody followed up with us before they denied him. I would think the caseworker would ask for documents, but nope. We're trying to get protective supervision. Been at this since April. The doctor said that the doctor that signed the form was not his doctor. Who should... I guess she's saying, who should she get in touch with? You got an interesting situation. So it sounds like adult son has Medicaid, Medicare, is in the program. She's a paid caregiver. And seemed like he got kicked out of the program. Well, I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not an expert in whatever y'all got going on because you're definitely not in Delaware. Because if you're son was in Delaware, I know for a fact that he couldn't have Medicare and Medicaid at the same time. He would have to have Medicaid to be in the Medicaid program. They would be, if you got, and this is good for y'all to know too, and that's why I be, telling y'all this kind of stuff, right? If you got, people always say, oh, I got Medicaid, and can I get into the program? Well, I'm gonna ask you, do you have any other insurances? And then they be like, oh yeah, I got Aetna. Okay, well, Aetna is your primary, and you using Medicaid as your Part B, meaning like they using Medicaid to pay for your medicine and stuff like that. But that don't mean you got Medicaid. You know what I mean? That just means you got a supplemental Part B, pay for your medicine, Medicaid, make it so it's cheaper for you, but you're not ready yet. You know what I mean? What I'm gonna need you to do is figure out what side of the fence you want to be on, because if Medicaid makes more sense and you can get over there, like meaning your income is at a certain level, meaning you can get a doctor recommendation to say, this program will benefit you, then I'm gonna tell you, look, I can help you fill this application out. You know what I mean? I can follow up on the people, make sure that they doing what they got to do. I got a couple suggestions that I would tell you, you know what I'm saying? But not to get far from that, you know what I mean? Because I walk you from the parking lot to the VIP in Delaware, you know what I mean? But I know this person not in Delaware because you can't be two insurances and being a thing. I be long-winded sometimes, but that's all I wanted to tell you. You can't have two insurances and be in the program. That's how I know you're not in the program. Lady asked me that the other day. She's like, yeah, but I got Medicaid and Medicare. Well, I know that Medicaid is not your primary insurance. That's, it's something you're using supplemental. But just to get back to what she was asking, check this out. Everybody got a supervisor. You know what I'm saying? If you call, if I talk slick to you on the phone, y'all know, y'all gonna call my boss. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get on it. Y'all gonna get on the horn. KC said, you know what I mean? So everybody got a boss. Now, this person that y'all talking about that ain't been, helpful, cooperative, whatever, call the main number where they work at and then be like, yo, let me speak to KC supervisor. You know what I'm saying? Case manager, KC, I need to know who their supervisor is. And write the name and the number down and then say, look, if you can patch me through. So then, you got everything. Everybody got a boss, man. You know what I'm saying? And the higher you get up to the top of the company, the nicer the people really are. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not. So, do what you got to do. Follow up on that one. But, if you feel like you eligible, man, don't let them kick you out. And you got to fight for your son, man. You know what I mean? And I like that. You're a good mom. Keep doing what you're doing. Your son's an adult and you still looking out. You know what I mean? Look out for the cookout. That's what it is. Look, if you with me, #live. If you with me in the rebroadcast, #rebroadcast. All right. If you're in a long-term healthcare program, let me know. You know what I mean? Do you know somebody who need this info? Put their name in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Highlight this post. Do what you got to do. Let's get it popping. Ain't no fun if you can't get no turkey, you know what I'm saying, in a couple days because your pockets ain't right. You know what I mean? That don't make no sense. You got the insurance. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that don't even know they eligible. That's what be crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But you can let them keep all the money to themselves if that's what you want. If you want to, if you say, hey, it ain't no thing to me, let them have that. Hey, man, big pockets. You know what I'm saying? But me, hey, man, if they giving the money away, listen. Only reason why I ain't getting paid with Pop is because he got the wrong insurance. But you can't really change a person's insurance at 80. You know what I'm saying? Like when we needed it, Pop was 80 years old and he wasn't in the right position. But I'm trying to tell you now, you need to be in the right position. Don't wait till you 80 years old to try to get the right position because they're gonna be like, nah, don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, first sign of smoke, man, that's when you grab the extinguisher, man. You don't wait till you got to see the flame to say, hey, man, it's a fire. Nah. That thing burning. It's burning right now, Chief. You need to put that out. You feel me? Listen, if you don't know what to do, man, call me. All right, let's get to this next joint. All right. So I'll excuse me, y'all, because I ain't got the names. I ain't get all that. But you know what I'm saying? Mr. Seth is live. What's going on, fam? All right. So it says, hello from Silver Springs, Maryland. Hello, Mr. or Miss Silver Springs, Maryland. How you doing today? I need some help. My great aunt needs a family caregiver, and we called Medicaid, and they said she can't. I don't know. My screen went out for a second. I got scared. Yeah, I said, "Uh-oh, Papa ain't pay the internet bill, y'all. Hold on, hold on." Yo, all right. Let me get back to it. I need some help. My great aunt needs a family caregiver, and we called Medicaid, and they said she can't get it because of her health plan cover. Listen, I don't know what that means, health plan cover. I'm thinking you saying because of her health plan coverage. So I'm thinking you saying that she's definitely not in the long-term health care program, which is what I'm saying. If you in the right place, you eligible to get a check. If you're not in the right place, you can forget it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be in the right place. And the right place is Medicaid, long-term health care program. Some people call it LTSS. That's what they call it in Delaware. I'm not sure what they call it in Maryland, but I do know that Medicaid exists in Maryland, and I do know people who personally receive a check to get paid to take care of their parents. Now, don't get it twisted. I was going to say something else, but I'm on with y'all right now. All right. So look, don't get it twisted. You cannot get paid directly as a person through Medicaid. It don't work like that. People be like, "Oh man, I want to get paid," and, because my cousin getting paid. Okay, your cousin works for an agency. You know what I'm saying? Like we got an agency, Reliable Aid Inc. That's an agency. Medicaid ain't paying no individuals. Number one, you ain't licensed. You know what I mean? Although you don't need a license to administer activities of daily living, you know what I mean? To be a caregiver, you don't need a license. It's not a home health aide. You don't need a certificate. It's not nursing. It's not none of that. But at the same time, you do have to go through an agency. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you need help with your agency, let me know. But that's a whole nother conversation. You know what I'm saying? But you as a caregiver are not an agency. Just let me throw that out there to you. You are not an agency. You will never get a check from Medicaid. They don't do business like that. The way they do business is you got to go through an agency. Pick an agency. If you're in Delaware, pick the best one, man. Don't waste your time with no other agency. Come directly to me. And if you do waste your time with another agency, you're going to be mad. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact, man, because I got people that be like, I seen this commercial with such and such in that company, and they this and they that. And I'd be like, hey man, try them out. Because I ain't no hater. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you can't tell me, where to play my lottery number at. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna tell you where to play yours at. You feel me? Do what you think is necessary, but just know that when you get mad, we'll still be here and we'll welcome you back with open arms. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag live if you ever left us and came back. Because if you watching, you done did it before, and I don't know what made you do that. You know what I'm saying? We love you though. Reliable Aid is the agency for you. Crystal Ivy 661. That's my baby. That's our most worshipful director. She runs everything around here. Reliable Aid is the agency for you. Absolutely. I think, where you watching? She watching this on YouTube too. Okay, we got the comments. Ludia is doing her thing right now with these comments. She is putting this thing together. I don't even know how you got the comments from over there, but that's what's up. We treat you like family, not a number. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the way that they act sometimes, I'll be like, man, I should have treated, but nah, I treat everybody, we love you. And some people, man, we really gotta love you, man, because we love you, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy. We love you. Listen, if you want to be treated like a human being, man, and you want to get that paycheck, you want to get that bag, you need to call me, man. 302-689-3240, 302-689-3240. Look, if you here with me and you watching in the live, absolutely. Hashtag live. If you here with me in the rebroadcast, hashtag rebroadcast. What's going on? Okay, you moving comments too fast now, sis, because I can't even read them that fast. 7830. I don't want to mess your grind up. Okay. Awesome company. That's what it is. I don't know who that is, but you got a cool picture right there with the pool table, man. So look, if you want to be with the real company, you know what I mean? That's what it is. Stacy Black in the building, best place to work. That's because you're a good employee. You know what I'm saying? You're the greatest, actually. You know what I'm saying? That we you know, it couldn't be great without you. Mr. Seth 4627, let Reliable Aid take care of the hard part. That's right. We do the heavy lifting, cuz. Yo, we do the heavy lifting. That's absolutely right. 6926, Zena Burke in the building. How you doing? Hashtag live if you with us. Hashtag rebroadcast if you in the rebroadcast. You know what I'm saying? Director Ivy, how you like my gray shirt? Hashtag gray shirt if you down with the gray reliable aids. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be her because she got all the colors. You know what I'm saying? Good afternoon, Reliable Aid is the way to go at Reliable. We love our clients and caregivers. Karen Samuels, absolutely, Miss Karen. We definitely love our people, if nothing else. You know what I mean? So, gotta be in the program. If you want to get the care, you gotta be in the program. That's just all it is. Stacy Black live, hashtag live. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's the only way you're going to really, get what you're looking for. You got to be in the right place. But if you're not in the right place, I'm going to get you where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Ask around in this town. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Look, if I got you in the program, hashtag got me in. You know what I'm saying? Yo, tell them if KC got you in, KC got you in. There's a lot of people I got in. Like, they still call me to get the people in. I be telling them, like, look, I told everybody how to get them in. You know what I mean? But that's just how we do it. You know what I mean? So look, if you ever move from Silver Springs and you come to Delaware, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you call me. 302-689-3240, 302-689-3240. All right. That's the number. If you need me, say, look, I need to speak to KC because they don't be letting me get all the phone calls. I'll be like, look, my people's called yet? Keenan Seth 4627 hashtag live. If you in the building, hashtag it up. You know what I'm saying? Let us know. Where you watching this from? You watching this from your city, your town? Where you at? You know what I mean? So again, what's the first step to become a paid caregiver? What's the first step? Call me. What the lady say? Call me now. 302-689-3240, 302-689-3240. The first step to getting a paid caregiver is to be in the program. Love this company, great people. She said I live working here, but she said I love working here. Miss Kennedy, we love you too. Absolutely. So look, we're gonna need you to be in a program. If you're in a program, it is what it is. I'm just playing with you, baby girl, but thank you. keep on telling the people how much you love to be here because we love you to be here. You know what I'm saying? So look, they all on YouTube too. Everybody sent a YouTube link. Keishana says she love the company. That's what's up. Guy said he got some money for us. Liam with something capital. He said he got some bread for us, y'all. I don't know. Do y'all get them calls and they tell you, hey man, we got $1 million for you, and then you call them, they be like, look, man, we really can't help you today. I don't know if they do that to you. That's what they do to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. It's all good. Look, I got like 1-2 more comments. I'm getting out of here, man. So we're gonna read these real fast. Hey, I'm in Lowell, MA. What's that? Massachusetts? I don't know. Y'all help me out. Helping my elderly friend out with his long-term health care program. That's cool. I will be caring for him. What website do I go to begin the process? He already has Medicaid and just got out of the hospital from pneumonia and is very frail. Okay. Good question. Good question. I don't know. Maine, Massachusetts, I think it's MA. What's up, Mr. Seth? San Antonio, that's what it is. So look, this is what you need to do. You need to contact an agency. Find out who in your town is doing activities of daily living. You know, what companies, you could probably do a Google search. You know what I'm saying? They say, you know, if you my age, you do like a Chat GPT Google search. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. Spit it right into there and say, hey, who in my town is doing, who in my county is doing activities of daily living. Now, what you want to do, or you can call the state and then you can ask them to provide you a list. Like in Delaware, it's a list of all the service providers. That might be the best way for you. So look, go online for your state, find a service provider list of all the we do PASA in Delaware. I'm sure it's probably not called PASA in uh Massachusetts, but whatever it's called there, Medicaid, you know, you'll be able to find the list. Just keep putting in a lot of keywords and it'll come back with a bunch of companies, right? So this is what I tell people all the time. Find out the list of providers, you know, or agencies that do the work. Call them up, you know, do your little research, you know, ask them how much they pay, you know, ask them, you know, what do I need to do? Like, what are the qualifications of becoming a caregiver? You know what I mean? Now, y'all got to realize like this is a real job. So, you know, ain't nobody going to just hand you the money. So what you got to do, like for example, in the state of Delaware, you're going to have to Pop getting out the wheelchair, y'all. He doing a little bit of walking. They doing some stepping. Okay. Okay, Pop. He's transitioning right now, y'all. See, I'll be on the scene, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't be personally doing the work all the time. You know what I mean? He got a couple other caregivers too, but he out there doing his thing. But I gotta keep my eye on him. You know what I mean? The old man like to fall on the ground sometimes. So I gotta, hey, what you doing? All right. Right. Need all safe, good things going on. You know what I mean? Definitely keep your eye on your loved one. You know what I mean? Gotta do what you gotta do. Ask for agencies that support LTSS programs. Yeah, that's all you got to do. Type that into your search bar, and then you'll get a big list of companies. All of them will come back, and then you figure out from there. So, what you just got to realize is, you know, like I said, it's a real job. So they definitely gonna make you get fingerprinted. You know what I mean? Because the state needs you to be able to go into the people's house, and they need to feel good about that. You know what I mean? They need to feel good, like they know you and like, all right, man, we trust you going in there. Only way that's gonna happen is if you get some fingerprints. All right. So got to get your fingerprints done. All right. They're gonna ask you to get a two-part TB test. And look, just to back it up to the fingerprint, look, you might be taking care of your homie that you know for 50 years. You might be taking care of your mother that you known your whole life, your father, your whoever, but it's a real job and it's through the state because Medicaid is a state program, so they want fingerprints. You know what I mean? Even if you taking care of your mama, you still gonna have to get your fingerprints, and that's like whatever agency you go to, unless you like a Craigslist caregiver, and then y'all not getting paid through Medicaid. You know what I'm saying? You just getting, I don't know how you get money, but we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so they're gonna ask you to get a physical. Right now, physical, if you got a doctor, you know what I mean, just go to the doctor, say, yo, let me get a copy of my last physical. It ain't about nothing. You can get that. You know what I mean? But you need that. They're gonna have to make sure that you physically, at least in shape to be able to do whatever it is you're gonna have to do. All right. They're gonna make you get a drug screen. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of people get scared. They say, oh, I don't want to get drug tested and this and that. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. If your background is dirty and maybe, I don't know if they have it, because a lot of people got medical cards, you may live in a state where it's legal, whatever, you working for your mama, man. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do, man. You working for your mom. We still going to hire you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I don't want to say, but your record may not be as clean as it could be, but you working for your mom. Now, I probably ain't gonna send you to Miss Jones' house across the street. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if Miss Jones gonna want you in there. But you working for your mom, man. So you should feel no worry, feel no pain, no nothing. You know what I mean? You going straight on in over there. You know what I mean? Gonna go in there and get you that paycheck. All right. Last thing they gonna do, they gonna background check you. We said that comes along with the finger of just check you, you know what I mean? Make sure you ain't got no adult abuse going on, no child abuse going on, that's about it, man. And if you that kind of person and your peoples is with Medicaid and in a long-term healthcare program, boom, that's what qualifies for you to get a paycheck, so that's all you got to do. Find your agency, find out who's paying the most, and then that's what it is. Vanessa 6309. I appreciate the detail and the knowledge information. Hey, listen here, Miss Vanessa. I appreciate you. Thanks for checking in. You know, we get busy over here. I give you the whole game, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why I give you the whole game is because can't nobody do it like we do it. So, you know, I'm gonna give you the whole game. Listen, I was in the street at one time. My boy said, listen, man, he said, you trying to play, I'm gonna give you the whole game, man, because ain't no need of you having no stumbling blocks. You feel me? Any question you got, sweetheart, we're gonna get to the bottom of that. Craigslist caregiver. That's what they are. If you don't got no fingerprints, you're a Craigslist caregiver. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know, that's where they find them. If either you're gonna come to a A1 class agency or you gonna go to Craigslist. We're here to support even if you aren't in our state. We love people and we love to help. That's right. That's right. Would you mind if I give them your phone number too? I'll get beat up, y'all. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. If you got a question, you know, hop on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see if I can get the Spanish translator on here with us tomorrow, man. Y'all gotta listen. We got some videos. You know what I mean? If you doing that Espanol, listen. I got a couple of videos I did last week with a young lady, man. She can talk, man. Listen, you need help and you speak Spanish, we got you, man. Call me 302-689-3240, 302-689-3240. If you're with me right now for this last question, hashtag live, you know, if you're with me in the rebroadcast, hashtag rebroadcast. All right. Nephew is blind, living with me, and I cook for him daily. Can I be his paid caregiver in Florida? Listen, that's a good question. Can you? Man, I would hope so. You already his caregiver. Now all you need to do is get paid. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I would even love to help you out with that, man. Drop it. If you in Florida and you need some help, call me, man. 302-689-3240. Now look, all I can give you some advice. And for my advice, you know, I'm gonna charge you. You know what I mean? Might charge you a little, might charge you a lot, but I'm gonna charge you. Nah, for real though, you know, I help people and all I be asking for is a little Google review. So, you know, that's how I do it to give back, man. You know what I mean? Anything more than that, you're gonna have to pay me. But you know, keep asking the questions. Absolutely. So look, can he get paid in Florida? I'm gonna say yeah, but nephew has to be in the program. You know what I'm saying? Nephew got to be in Medicaid. Number one, that got to be his only insurance, and he got to be in he got to be in a long-term LTSS program. You know what I mean? Because that's the program where they cutting the checks from. You know what I'm saying? It ain't good enough just to be in Medicaid. You want to get that check. You know. So if you in Delaware and you're trying to get that check, 302-689-3240. That's really like your best way to go. 302-689-3240. So guess what? We help financially challenged family members to become paid caregivers through the Medicaid long-term health care program because we don't need no distressed family members. And what I'm saying by distress is working, and you ain't got paid. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. And your people's in the program? Come on, man. What that look like? You know? Look, happy holiday. We on a countdown. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, Green Bay Packers probably gonna play on Thanksgiving. That's a given. You know what I mean? I ain't even looked at the schedule yet. You know what I'm saying? If you down with the pack, with the cheeseheads, you know what I'm saying? You down with the real green. They gonna beat me up later on. Oh my God. But listen, man. We're going to do it big for y'all, man. We're going to come on live every day, man. If y'all got some questions, man, put them in the comments, man. And then I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to get on you with that like tomorrow, man, you know. So we're going to detail it up. You know what I'm saying? We're going to help as many people as we can. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video. You know, we definitely got some people that need this, you know what I mean, this good info. I'm going to get back giving it to you, man, because I'm tired of y'all calling me like, come on, KC, we got questions and this and that. I'm going to break it down to you every day while I'm on the internet, man. You know what I mean? Did we put the Cash App up there? It's like, no, we ain't put the Cash App up there right now. But guess what? We're going to put the Cash App up there in a minute. But look, this episode and all episodes is now take the Cash App down. But look, if y'all need it, it's my name. But this episode was sponsored by the Help app. You know what I mean? We're gonna get to that a little later. Make sure y'all download that help hand on y'all thing. Get your receipts. In case need be. Hopefully you don't be in that predicament, but if you are, you know what I'm saying, you always want to have somebody, you know, that know a little something that's going to be with you and can help you out at any time with any legal situation. Download the help app. That's all I got to say. If you got a question, put it in a comment. When I get back tomorrow, I'll be sure to answer it. I love you. Don't let anybody shame or blame you into thinking about, you know, thinking that taking care of somebody else, you know, is bad business, because that's what we do. You know what I mean? We look out for the cookout, and that's all it is. If you down with me, you know, hashtag down with me, caregiver for life in the comments. I love y'all. I got to go. I'm out. Peace.